Hey guys, welcome to today's video where we're going to show you how you can use the Airchatty appointment system directly inside of your SMS bot. We are going to preview this inside of WebChat, but the principle remains the same. The template will be available and linked down in the video description for the SMS channel. So if we're going to preview this flow, and we will do that inside of WebChat for now. So let's say preview. Then we will get to be asked some questions in order to set up our profile first. So the first one will be to tell and let us know your first name. So let's just go with Mark. Then we will have the second question, which will ask for our last name. So let's go with Vendemate. And then last but not least, we will be asked for the email. So let's go with this specific email. There we go. The next part is really important because this allows basically the appointment system, the appointment mini app, to determine which time zones to be displayed. So for me, I'm going with Hungarian time zone or Hungarian phone number, right? And let's see what the system will get back to. If all goes well, it should be just one time zone, as you can see here. Now we need to fill in a number. Please enter the corresponding number of your time zone below. As Europe Budapest is just the only one, we are going to press 0. So this is also how it's going to work with the SMS channel. People press 0 and now they will continue towards the next step. As you can see, we can now select from the corresponding numbers to pick one of the available dates. We currently have 8 dates, as you can see here. So let's, for example, pick July 11th, which is number 3. Then we will be asked different kinds of times, right? So it's going to fetch all the available free slots from your Airchatty appointment calendar. And as you can see, let's go and grab number 7, which will be 5 a.m. Now we should get a confirmation. As you can see, July 5th, 5 a.m. Enter 0 if you want to confirm, or enter 1 if you want to change something. So let's go with 0. And now the booking will be confirmed, the appointment. So if we want to reschedule, we can just press 0. So let's go with that. Now we will be asked what we want to change. So if we want to change the time only or the date and time. So let's say we're going with just the time, and now it should get all the available time slots again. There we go. And you will see that on the number 7, the time slot for 5 a.m. has now been blocked off because that's currently already chosen, right? So we cannot choose the correct or the past ones that we already booked on. So let's say I want to book on 9 a.m. instead. So let's go with that one, number 12. And now you will see a confirmation. So let's go with confirming. And there you go. Perfect. We'll look forward to meet you on July 11th at 9 a.m. And just like that, you are able to basically reschedule your appointment. Now, how does the backend look like? So if we take a look at the very first step, you will have a get time zone from phone numbers. So if we are going to take a look there, you will see that we will get a time zone back depending on the phone number that the user entered, right? With the available land code enabled and inserted, we will be able to pull the available time zones from the backend and display it towards the user. We'll map it towards the time zone SMS. And if you want to map the JSON data, that's already available as well. You can do so as well. So once that is done, we're going to select our time zone, which in my case, it was just 0, right, for Europe Budapest. Then we go towards the next step, which will be fetch available free slots. So if we're going to take a look here, so we have 2 inputs here. We have the selected number, which is saved under the count select. And if we go back, you will see that the count select comes from the user's choice. So in my case, it was 0 for Europe Budapest. and that is saved under the response custom field count select. If we go towards the other section, you will see that we now get the readable time zones. These are the readable time zones that are being fetched, right? This is from the previous action. And now we will get a user selected time zone back inside of a text custom field. Then next part is to get the free time slots from the CRM v2 action. So if we're going to take a look there, you will see that we have the calendar ID and we have a start date. Start day is today. And we have an end date, 7 days. So you can set this to a little bit more if you like to, but we would recommend 7 days just to prevent too many options being visible for the user to choose from, which is a little bit of a weird experience. So 7 days should be more than plenty enough. Then we have the user ID, as you can see here, and we have the time zone, which is saved on the user selected time zone. The result we will save under the calendar free date time. The next part will be to convert the dates in a readable format. And that is what the new mini app will basically provide for you. So if we go inside the get free slot dates in readable format, then if we take a look, the free slots will be saved in the calendar free date time from the previous action. And then the time zone selected is the user selected time zone. We get two values back. One is a text field, and again, if you want to save the JSON value as well, you are able to do so really easily. The next step will be to display all the available dates. Once chosen, again, the response will be saved inside the number field count select because we provide a number overview. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And that will be needed to get the free times in readable time slot from this specific mini app action. Inside, you will see that we have the selected number, count select, and then the JSON attribute will be readable dates. We will get something back like user selected date. And from here, we will go with the action convert 3 times in readable time slots. If we take a look here, you will see that we use the JSON field for calendar free date time. The time zone selected will be inside the saved custom field. And also the date selected will also be saved appropriately. We will get two different kinds of values back. One is for text and display only, and the other one is for the readable JSON value that you will get back. So the next part will be to display the free slots and let the user pick by basically inserting a number. The next part will be to set date and time into a readable format. So if we take a look here, we have the count select again, we have the JSON attribute readable time, and then we have something like this. So the app result data, so the response that we get back, will be saved inside the custom field, user selected time. This will then go towards this action where we will set the custom field calendar selected date formatted towards the user selected date. So this is how it looks like. And for the selected time formatted, you will see that it has been enabled like this. Now, this will then return the following step, the confirm appointment details, right? And the user can press 0 or 1 to confirm, and this responses then be saved inside the count select custom field. Depending on which we have, we will go towards the next step. So if we are going to confirm, going to create the appointment inside of the CRM v2 API action. If we take a look here, you will see that we have the CRM contact ID because that is being fetched from the function flow that is going to be activated at the start of this flow. Then we have the Airchatty calendar ID. We have the user selected time. We have the title, and you can adjust the title towards your own liking. We just put in test event. The status needs to be set to confirmed. The reason for this is because if you synced your Airchatty calendar with, for example, Google Calendar, right? Only the appointments with the appointment status confirmed will then be synced towards Google as well. So if they have the value new, they will not be synced towards Google Calendar. So that is something good to know. You need to have the appointment status confirmed for this. Then we have the assigned user ID. We have the appointment address, and this is something that you can fill in custom, right? You can also put in your meeting link, your online meeting link. Then we have the ignore date range, which is set to true, and to notify is set towards default. We will basically get an ID back, the appointment ID itself, and we will save that towards the custom field Airchatty appointment ID. From here, you will see that we provide the overview. So your appointment has been created at this specific date and time. If you like to make changes to reschedule, you can press 0, and otherwise you can press 1 to cancel. Then it goes towards the next step. As you can see here, it will go towards the next step for reschedule and cancellation. If we take a look at this connected flow, so let's open the subflow, you will see that we'll first check which choice the user made, because we basically saved the count select step again, right? And based on the actions, as you can see, we will follow the diverse steps to notify the admin as well. So the above step is for the user to cancel. Then we have the rescheduling that is happening here at this step. And this is how the Airchatty appointment SMS template works. Now, if you did not check the previous videos on how to grab your calendar ID or your user ID, it is pretty simple to do. You can do that with an action inside of the flow builder. So let's open up this flow. Let's just go with a simple action. And inside this action, let's go with the integration CRM v2. And inside we have the option to get calendars. So if we say get calendars, we can say test request. And now we get all the available calendars, as you can see here. So you can map any of the calendar IDs that is appropriate for you. So as you can see, we have different kinds of IDs here. So you can just map this, right? And you can save it inside of a bot field or just map it directly. That's totally up to you. And forget the user's ID. You can also search for this. If we say users, you can see we have an option to get users. If we're going to go with this, we can say test request, and then you will get all the available users inside of your, basically your account, and with all the available IDs. And for me, if we take a look, you will see that I have this ID signed. So this is the user ID you can then use inside of the rest of your flows. Again, you can save this towards a bot field, and this way you can save multiple user IDs from your teammates and their own calendars appropriately inside of bot fields and use that inside of your appointment booking. So that is totally up to you if you want to provide a team, basically a team appointment booking schedule, right? But this is the way that you can use the action inside of your flow builder to get the calendar IDs that you need to map and need to use, along with get the user IDs as well. So we are hoping that you liked this video. If you have any questions, do let us know. Again, the template link will be down in the video description for you to install on your SMS bot. If you have any more questions, then we are always available. For now, have a great day, take care, and talk soon.